One of that students I got to meet here is Mr. Gerald Lazar, that works here in Or Chaim. I found in him a lot of my father. Let me tell you a little bit about my father's main job. His job was called, in Hebrew, Wakal Chavrati. That means a social manager. That meant that all the trips, activities, were his responsibility. And mainly anything that's beyond studies, anything that's really fun in school, goes through him. He started his job in chat with Josh Sable, who was doing it until this day, right? Until this day, I think, and helped with this evening and its advertisement as well. My dad continues this particular role also in Israel in the high school he worked in, Derech Avot, for 13 and a half years. Actually, he did it until his last day. Mr. Lazar is the director of student life, which means he is responsible for anything beyond the normal studies, all the fun parts of school. Same role as my father. I want to describe shortly my father's office in school. His office was the open office. That meant that his office was always full of students, waiting for him, sitting and talking to him, or just hanging out, chilling, and spending their free or not really free time there. One of Dad's students had told us that he was going through a really rough time and he didn't really want to come to school. The only thing that kept him at school was an agreement that he made with my dad that the first thing he does in the morning is go by his office and tell him good morning. That made this kid want to come to school because he started his day with a smile. He started his day by going by his office. If any of you happen to pass by Mr. Lazar's office, you can have a taste of what it means to have an open office. No matter in which time of the day, lunch, breaks, and even lessons, you can find students there. This is the room in school that students feel comfortable to come by, talk, or just sit and hang out. I'm honored that Mr. Lazar agreed to share with us tonight some of his memories from my father.
So Rav Don taught me when I was in grade 12 at Chat, and though it's obviously been quite a while, I have many fond, distinct memories of him as a person and as a teacher. He was an unforgettable educator. He was warm, caring, and a lot of fun. The course was officially called Torah, and we did learn many prakim and bereshit, but that was not our focus day in and day out. This class was not the easiest group of students. We had very different levels of religious observance. Not everyone in the room was always the most cooperative student. And Rav Don's first priority was understanding his students as individuals. We spoke openly about struggles people were having, questions people had about any topic at all. He spoke passionately about Israel and often told us we were invited to his home when we visit Israel after he returns from Shlichut. Now, Chat could be pretty strict when it came to their rule against allowing students to leave class early. However, every now and then we'd have a great class, be finished with the day's topic, and we'd leave a little bit early. Rav Don would allow us. One day, an administrator came over to speak to Rav Don. Now, we had other teachers who would speak out openly against the administration and their rules. Rav Don had just ignored one of their rules. How would he respond? He was questioned. In retrospect, it came as no surprise how he dealt with it. He put his arm around the administrator, flashed his smile, explained why he let his class out early. All was right again. Rav Don was trusting. He was the only teacher who left the room during a test, told us he trusted us. When he walked back in one day and found a couple of people cheating, he took it in stride. It was more important his students learn not to betray trust and to be honest than it was for him to be petty or to be punitive. When I think back to some of the shittim I had over my years as a student, unfortunately, I remember that there were occasions that we laughed at their expense. When I think about Rav Don, I think of our class laughing together with him. I think of serious conversations about life, about Israel, about Torah. There was no ego about Rav Don. His agenda was clear. He wanted to understand his students and inspire them, starting from where they honestly are. I hope I've carried the lessons he taught me in my career as an educator. I've had the pleasure over the last few months to work with Rav Don's son, Aviad. Rav Don's warmth, and his enthusiasm for education lives on in Aviad, who will surely grow to be a successful, passionate educator following in his father's footsteps. Rav Don's life and his positive spirit left us too soon, but his impact lives on through his family and through those of us who knew him.
Okay.